Swoon. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Bin Podcast, the first podcast to break the sound barrier underwater.
Do I have to be over here for people to see my face?
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, God.
What?
It starts already, huh?
Like you
Can't,
guys fix
can't,
it.
can't,
Fix my box.
can't go 10 seconds without your box being all... Oh, my God. Your box is enormous. It's way too big for this.
Oh my
There
god.
we go. Let's do this. Man. There we go. There we go. There we go.
My box
There
better.
she is. Oh, wrong one. Just
I'm
kidding.
fine.
Just kidding. You don't get the intro again.
You don't want zero problems, big fella.
But welcome everybody. We're here. It's Ben's day.
Best.
We're sans Wayne because he ran out of internet. Apparently, our monthly stipend of internet in the UK has run up.
Somehow the UK is now being run by like the Vulcan High Council.
Yes.
So
Sunak. Sunak the Unbroken.
They all sit there like this.
And ponder deeply the mysteries of the universe.
Doing meditations, but not letting the humans.
The humans.
I have been watching so much Star Trek. I've been watching Deep Space Nine, which I love. Voyager, which I actually love. I know that's a controversial statement. And then Enterprise, with that I tolerate. I tolerate Enterprise. But
Is that the one with Captain Michael? Which one is that?
That Enterprise is with Scott Bakula.
Oh, okay.
As like the OG.
Oh, yeah.
The OG captain of like when the Enterprise was like it was almost like a conceptual kind of ship.
When it was a concept car.
It was like, it's like this big, it's this big. It's got like 10 people on board. Yeah, it was
Scott Bakula.
Scott Bakula, the man, the myth, the legend.
The best captain ever, according to every Star Trek troll out there.
There you go. Well, he was the original. Like they still talk about they talked about him in the J.J. Abrams movie, the first movie. Mm-hmm. Scotty like talks about transporting Admiral Archer's prized beagle. And this is that Admiral that's this Archer, and
Archer.
his prize beagle is Porthos, like just cute little beagle dog.
You ever been next to a beagle?
I don't think I've ever been next to him, but we did at the shelter that I volunteer at. We have beagles, lots and lots and lots of beagles. Not there. There's only been a few beagles that have stayed.
You ever heard a beagle actually bark?
No.
Yeah, me neither, because they just scream like someone's stabbing them. It's just like a, oh. It's like, oh, look, he's baying. I'm like, that's not baying. Something's wrong. Something internal has burst, and he's in excruciating pain. That's the only thing I can think of.
Wow.
Well, it's used off camera. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Well, now the labels are all screwed up. Nope, not doing that one. What happened?
Man.
This reset really fucked up my PC.
Apparently.
Like little shit is all fucked up everywhere. Everything I open, I have to fix something.
And then eventually we have to change because I'm not using Twitter anymore. So that Twitter handle doesn't work. Or I mean it works. I still have Twitter, but I'm not using it as my primary source of entertainment anymore. So
yeah, I mean, Twitter's much the same. A lot of people left, obviously. But it's mostly the same.
Yeah. I mean, I barely like Twitter to begin with.
Right.
Let alone use it. I mean, the only reason why I use it really was just to follow people that I like their tweets.
Their butts.
But I don't use it as a primary source of social media anymore. I'm mostly on like I go Instagram, and then like I scroll through Instagram, and then they have the suggestions, and they're kitten videos.
God damn it.
And then I just watch kitten videos until I remember that I'm supposed to be like functioning. And then I have to stop, and then I function, and then I come back to kitten videos. So.
If it's not kitten videos, you can keep it. We
I don't
don't want it.
I don't see what else is out there. Like, just because, like, Instagram just constantly suggests kitten videos. Like, I wonder how this works. Just constant kitten videos.
Oh, they should just call this kitten video.
Well, isn't that what the internet's for?
Yeah, I don't know why they keep calling it all this other stuff. Like all these different names to get to cat videos. Like it's all this extra shit.
Yeah, just give me the social media site that is just cat videos.
I think we might have stumbled across $1 billion idea.
Just cat videos.
Just cat videos. That's the only thing you can get on the app.
And you can decide what kind of category. Is it cats eating? Is it cats playing?
Sleeping?
Is it playing with doggos? Is it playing with babies? Like you just have these categories.
Farm cats?
I have a much better idea. So what I think that we should do is we should design a web browser that whatever you search for in the search bar, it's related to some sort of a cat video. It's like, I wanted to go on eBay Motors. Oh, I got a kitten on a motorbike.
There you go. I'm not mad at all.
Well, Jartan, you have kittens and motorbikes.
Yeah, I searched for Pornhub. I just got a kitten running around in circles.
Yes.
Which is better.
Yes.
Let's just face it.
You're welcome.
Better. Yeah.
It's just, better.
Changing society. Just changing society one cat video at a time.
Yep.
My hair looks awful right now.
I think I have a cat video I can show you. Hold on. I sent one to the wife earlier. How did I send it to her? That was I texted it to her. Fuck.
Don't swear.
Yeah, fuck that.
This is a family show.
Whose family? We are the family. That's why the show is like this.
We are family.
By the way, I keep sending her cat videos on Instagram, and she doesn't even look at them. So I'm not sending her anymore.
She's not a big Instagrammer.
Well, that's where I get my cat videos from, Mikey.
Well, I will let her know. I will let your girlfriend know that she's delinquent on her cat video watching.
There are certain expectations.
Correct.
That must be maintained in the cat video
I
watching.
can't find it. It was this morning. I just sent it to her. It was like 2 hours ago. I can't find it. Oh well. It was like a Black Panther kitten, and then it was like a medium-sized Black Panther kitten, and then it was a big old kitten. It was still little, like it was like laying in her legs, but yeah. And you saw his toe beans.
Oh, the little toe beans. Boop, 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 boop.
All my kittens are moving away next week.
No.
Good. They'll stop terrorizing the house.
They've already
get a
destroyed
job.
like two chairs, a couch,
Yeah.
and all that. But I'm still fucking sad they're leaving.
Get them out.
But they're so cute.
Oh, I found it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, let me pause it. Here we go.
All right.
Yeah, you're not gonna get me, Pixar.
That is insane.
That's Jartan actually shooting this video. That's the kittens he just had after like 3 feedings. They're the size of small dogs.
Maine Coons. Those are big.
Yup.
They're
And
big.
our main Coon kitten is not a kitten anymore. Like he weighs twice what all our other cats weigh.
Oh.
I hate-
He's enormous, mate.
Which one is he? What's his name?
Moto.
Moto. Well, I guess
know-
it's time, guys.
Time for what?
We've dilly-dallied enough. It's time for me to break your hearts.
Oh.
We've avoided the pain long enough.
You tried.
Is it time for me to pour gasoline all over me and light the match on fire?
You would do that, but then you'd feel bad for the match. So this is
Unfortunately, yes, sir. You are correct.
we're gonna watch some Newsmax.
No.
Oh, I'd rather have the gasoline than the match.
No, please,
Uh,
please. This is equivalent to torture.
I told you.
I will be calling the authorities, sir.
Look, HR ain't showed up in weeks. You're with me now. You are mine to toy with. All right, Tim said he's on his way.
Sure.
Sure,
I'll
yeah,
believe it
exactly.
when I sees it.
On his way where?
Here, apparently.
Why?
I don't know. Oh, there we
Like,
go.
I really want to know why.
I want to know.
Is Wayne in the chat? Let's see if we can do call out. Is Wayne in
Mikey?
the chat?
Yes.
Any way that you can mute me, I have to go out of the truck for a while.
Yep.
Thank you.
What is going on with our layout, dude?
I don't know. I'm telling you, man, everything's all fucky since that fucking reset. So thanks, Microsoft, for giving me 3,000 updates a day, and then them not work with each other, so that I eventually have to reset my PC because it was crashing literally every 30 seconds.
Oh,
And it was either reset it or lose all my files. Oh,
my
this
God.
is locked. That's why. Who's been in my layout? Who's been in here? Locking things.
I only mess with my layouts.
Someone's been meddling. I see Cheeto fingerprints all over this. Someone's been having snacks.
No.
But Attorney Anna accurately described this guy as Buzz Lightyear in real life. He has some news for you.
House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, one of the great orators of our time, spent the week attempting to do damage control for President Biden.
I refer you to the statement. I'm not going to go beyond what the president said. I'm
We're talking about Biden's documents.
just not going to get into specifics. We have put out lengthy statements, and you can reach out to them, as you all have been doing, and I will leave it there. I would.
She said I already answered that question. Ask me something else. Read the statement. Read the shit.
Yeah. Do
I'm
something with your lives.
I'm her anger translator. Motherfucker, it's already written, bitch. Read the motherfucker. You ever tried reading? They teach reading at journalism school. You know how to read? Read the shit. We already typed it up for you. It's on Twitter. Go look. Look.
would just refer you to the Department of Justice, and now, as you all know, there's a special counsel dealing with this.
I'm going to defer you to the Department of Justice. They're going to defer you back to me, who's going to defer you to another lawyer, and we're going to get nothing done. It's going to be exactly what we want. Joining us now for more, a member of the...
Boy, if you don't shut your crinkly face, man.
By the way, they edited that.
Yes.
That whole thing, and to make it look like she wasn't answering anything. Like, you can't have it both ways.
I don't
dude.
know. I think they're trying. I think they disagree with you. They are trying to have it both ways.
They're trying to have it both ways.
They are indeed. What now? What's happening? What did I do? Oh no. Okay, I fixed it.
House Budget Committee, Georgia Congressman Buddy Carter. Sir, appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh God!
before we
Wait,
get-
time out.
Yeah.
Time out. Georgia.
Georgia.
I mean, is that guy not a stereotype of an elected official from Georgia?
Georgia, is this your king? Is this your king? He represents the first district. He represents Savannah.
Oh, the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Get to your plan for the taxes in America. I want to get to this, this new investigation that happens now. I gotta say, now that this has happened,
I gotta say,
in Biden, they said 2, and now maybe even a 3rd location. They found one more in his office at the same household.
Shaking his head in disapproval.
So first off, this guy's under eye bags are so big that the makeup just doesn't actually cover up the shadow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I feel like I can like pull on his eyes and they just like stretch out.
He has like mastiff eyes.
Oh my god!
Like whatever. Like how big dogs they get the eye droop.
Yeah.
Like his bags are so impressive. Like and he's so cheery and peppy, but he looks so tired.
Because he probably gets the same medications that like Don Jr. gets.
Speaking of medications,
Hunter Biden actually owned. Are you guys going to be able to look into this, or because it's an ongoing investigation with a special counsel, are they going to block you from any involvement?
Whoa, are they going to block you?
Well, they're certainly going to try to block us as much as they can, but they're not going to be successful. As you well know,
Jesus
one
Christ.
of the primary...
Wait a second. So we have the document investigation, and then all of a sudden Hunter Biden is entering to the program.
You know he's involved somehow. We'll find it.
We'll make a connection if we have to.
Even if we have to fabricate it, we will find the truth.
If we have to brainwash every single person to believing that Hunter Biden hid those documents himself.
If I have to lie on the stand to get the truth, I will.
Goals of our conference for the upcoming session, for the upcoming Congress, is oversight. And one of the 4 pillars that we campaigned on was to make sure that we had a government that was accountable, a government that is accountable to the people.
Now let's, for you people who can't see us right now, they got some B-roll footage. It looks like Joe Biden did an episode of like a show off my ride thing. Let me tell you something. If you're trying to embarrass Joe Biden, this was the wrong video.
That's a really nice car.
This was the wrong video.
What is this supposed to do with anything? Because it's a pretty sweet ride.
Yeah, you really painted yourself into a corner here because 65 Corvette.
Is it the Corvette?
Yeah, it's a fucking Stingray, mate.
Yeah, it's a Stingray. Yeah, no, I know.
It's fucking sick.
Car.
It's beautiful.
And I think first I thought it was kind of cheesy when he said that whole thing like, my Corvette is in there, that garage is locked, and then they showed a picture of a car. It's like, yeah, fucking hell, that garage is locked. They got like 8.5 alarms on it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying, if the documents are kept as well as that fucking Corvette is being kept, they're in good hands.
Yep,
they're fine. They're fucking. Those documents are great.
Hunter Biden did not touch those.
No, Hunter's never sniffed the inside of that car.
He's not allowed.
But I'm just gonna say one thing though. Like, I do not defend him like not treating the documents as they should. But I'm having a hard time taking this whole thing seriously when they were so fucking casual when it was Donald Trump. But now it's like, what's the difference? And it's like, yeah, they had to actually raid his home. It was fucking Joe Biden's lawyers that called the State Department and told them, hey, we have these documents. We shouldn't have them. What do we do?
Yeah.
That's how dare you? You know what? You and your reasonableness can just fuck off back to Sweden.
Yeah,
okay,
fuck.
This
show. Sorry.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, get your fucking facts out of here.
I thought I was on a different show. I got the days mixed up. What the fuck, man?
Jordan, this is Newsmax.
There
is no such thing as logic and reasoning here.
Now, see, what you're forgetting is that this was when he was vice president. And he can't declassify things with his brain like Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah.
He forgot about the Vulcan declassification grip that you can put on papers.
Yeah.
And you just, and then they declassify.
You just get it and declassify. Boom.
Boom.
Live long and classified.
New episode title.
People want to know what's going on here. Another important thing to
Who? Never mind.
keep in mind about this situation, many of these documents that were found.
And they got like a little highlighted section. It might be hard to see for some people where there's like, I don't know, like a lampshade, probably a fucking old ass printer, and then like some stacks of paper. It looks like some envelopes on top in this garage.
Were while he was vice
Party
president. Now, the
something.
president has the ability to declassify some of these documents and make sure that they're not, that they can be out there. However, the vice president does not.
Boom. Donald Trump just got his name cleared. So fuck you, Joe Biden. You were vice president.
Everything's fine now. No more investigations.
So we don't even have to talk about Mar-a-Lago.
No.
We're talking about vice president shit.
By the
now.
way, a president can't just declassify documents
Sure he
just
can.
because they say.
Why
you
not?
You actually have to go through
No.
and get it approved.
No, I won't do that. I'm not No, I'm not. I'm just gonna wave my magic wand over this, expecto patronum, and now it's declassified.
He does not have the
How
ability
many
to
nerd references can we get? in this show?
declassify. So if these documents came from the time that Joe Biden was serving as vice president, then I certainly think we've got a big problem. Not to mention that
Look at Joe. Joe is so fucking cool, man.
Look how cool he looks.
It's
Look at
badass.
he's got his polo
What?
on. He's got his
Aviators.
aviators. Look at that
That's it.
chrome,
Guys,
baby.
I can't see, so you have
Oh yeah, we'll
to
describe him.
pretend
So-
we're on a podcast or something.
So he's they got a really good frame shot of Joe behind the fucking driver's seat. He's got his aviators on, a little polo action. This car
I think
is
I've seen
fucking-
this.
Yeah, it must have been some YouTube video or something like that where he like talks about his ride and he like explains it and goes through all this stuff. So he's just sitting in the driver's seat, looking cool as a cucumber. This
Two-seater, baby.
this car is gorgeous.
Immaculate.
And it's got a beautiful interior. It's got some darker leather. It's more of a chocolatey leather than a what the hell's going on now?
That car is fucking mint, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
that, hey, they raided Mar-a-Lago. When are they going to raid?
Oh my God! Look, now he pops the hood. Of course the fucking the hood latch is reversed. So he's pulling the hood up. The hood's sticking. You got a big fucking and
When are
what
they
is
going to raid Joe Biden's
got a-
garage?
big old carburetor on there. Like this thing is look at the interior of this thing. This is a man
Are
who
they
can
gonna
clearly
go-
be
Are
trusted.
they going to get to the? Are they going to get to the visitors log of his Delaware home as well?
Yes, that's coming up
This
in the
is-
next video.
This
Probably.
is
Good.
what is good for the goose is good for the gander. We got to remember that.
This is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's not just
So
that
Joe's
you have
back
to
behind the seat.
make sure that a Republican president
He's like,
is
you got it
abiding by the
here.
law.
You put your
All
hand
I don't
there.
even know
that
what
now you
this
can
guy is
see.
saying. I'm just looking at Joe Biden and his sweet ride.
Yeah, this is the worst B-roll footage ever. It is the most
What?
distracting thing ever. Wayne in the chat says Maverick looking cunt. Well, that's nice.
Very nice.
Where's the cork board and the red string? Yeah, see, it's they can't. The COVID has hit all of us differently, and it's the yarn's too expensive, Wayne. Once we bought the cork board, we couldn't afford the fucking yarn, and that's the sad thing.
Well, speak for yourself.
Tons of Mice says, "Hey Joe, nice ride. Can you pop the hood and show me what it's got?" Like I would expect, like Joe Biden looks like an old dude at a car meet, and if you're
Yeah.
Newsmax, whose red meat is like middle America blue collar guy, this doesn't help you. This makes everybody want to vote for. Like Joe Biden should just put this video out for his campaign video.
It's very nice.
And just
Very
say,
nice
hey,
car.
I'm gonna get another car. I'm thinking about getting a I don't know, like a fucking Lotus.
Dodge Charger.
Oh yeah, he gets like a fucking 69 Charger or something like that. He'll win. Motherfuckers love cars. They do. They can't help it. It's a sickness.
I think it's a
Tim-
really
Tim wants to
major
join.
mistake and an insult to me.
Tim wants
Tim
what?
wants to join us, by the
Where
way.
is he?
He's in. He's here.
His picture's here. Or maybe not.
Oh,
Oh. Oh, wait. It's moved. Hold on, Tim.
Look at it.
Is this really where I'm supposed to be?
Tim, say something.
I am here.
There we go.
There,
Is this Tim?
that's-
There's
This is
Tim.
Tim.
That looks
I'm
mostly
Tim.
like Tim.
Oh, my God.
It's the top of his head.
Yeah, everyone's boxes are all crazy.
Yeah, look, mine shrank.
So I've been doing these birthing classes with the missus. Yo, females, your bodies are crazy. It is the most craziest shit you've ever like. It is. It's 10 times crazier than you think it is. It's
Yeah.
just so wild.
I'm a no thank you on childbirth.
Hey, props. Props. There we go. All right, there we go. Now I see Tim. All right, let's fix
Oh.
you up. Once I fix him,
I've only witnessed it 2 times, and I'm yeah, I'm not doing that.
She hasn't decided
Hey,
on all of her stuff yet. There we go.
there's me.
There he is.
She doesn't have the plan yet.
Well, we're in the process of making the plan, so it's all up to her. So we will see what
As
she
it should be.
we will see what she decides, and I'm just here to catch.
You
Right.
have to
Don't bounce the ball,
post on
Mikey.
social
Don't
media.
bounce the ball.
No, I'm gonna spike
Do
it
not
when I get
bounce
to
the ball.
spike it when I get to the end zone.
You gotta do end zone dance.
There we go. Yeah, just spin. I just spin her on her head. And fucking.
Oh yeah. You gotta look into the camera too. That's it.
All right, let's see
I'm
here.
pretty sure.
Yeah, but why is Tim all cockamamie over here? What's going on?
Oh.
Oh, it's locked again.
I'm
Oh,
locked.
Oh my god.
why is it doing this?
Where the
Un-
fuck?
There we go.
There's...
Woof.
Move
Woof.
you over there. Kill, Zero. Kill.
Get him, Zero. Get him.
Attack.
I think the neighbor's dog is out. So it must die. That's for starters. Oh my god. I hate the update that they did. It's terrible. Okay.
Horrible.
This will have to do.
You could buy a Mac.
No, I think I need to just make. Well, we're almost done with. I think 50 episodes should be a season. So we only have like 7 more episodes of this layout, and I'm going to throw it completely away and make a new one. So it's just got to last 7 more. Just 7
Can
more.
we then? And then we need to change our video platform for fuck's sake. Skype works like shit on a Mac.
Well, that's because it's a Mac.
Well,
A lot of things work.
Yes,
on
and
that.
Skype is Microsoft.
not even. I'm not taking
They
the bait.
don't like each other.
I'm not taking the bait.
Yeah, no, I happen to agree with that because I have to abide by the law. And everybody else should too. You have an interesting
Except Trump.
proposal on abolishing the IRS.
If you're the second coming of Jesus, like Trump is, law does not apply.
You're above the law.
Federal
it's
income
the
tax
second
in
coming.
totality in exchange for what is similar to a VAT tax, like a consumption tax. Walk us through this plan briefly.
Well, what this is called is a fair tax, and it's been around for a while, but its time has finally come. Look, one of the very first thing we did in the Republican Congress and Republican House was to stop the hiring of 87,000 IRS agents.
87,000 IRS agents. God, I've heard this dude speak too many times.
Further,
What accent is that?
Georgia, South,
Georgia?
It's like
South Georgia.
the South, yeah.
Country Georgia.
Country.
Country.
Shartan, you experienced the VAT tax, I'm sure. How does that work?
The VAT tax?
Yeah.
That's what he wants. That's what Rep Buddy Carter from Georgia's first district. That's what he wants. He wants to get rid of the IRS, get rid of the income tax, and just have a VAT tax to further everybody's experience. I laughed about him saying further earlier. Sorry. Yeah. So how is the oppression of the VAT tax for you?
I'm sorry, but I don't really get the question. So that would be the tax on services and goods, right?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So that would be what we call MMA. So as a self-employed person, the VAT tax kind of works to my advantage, right? So as long as so the way that works over here is that as long as I can defend any purchase and it has something to do with the with my work, with the companies that I run, I can pretty much get that written off, right? So
Interesting.
So I have to pay. So when I send out an invoice, right, I put a 25% VAT tax on that, what you would call VAT tax on that. And for certain services, it's 6%, then it's 12%, and it's 25%, based on what you're doing. Like if you're doing commercials or marketing, it's 6%. If you're doing food, even or takeaway or something to that effect, it's 12%, and if or for all other services, it's 25%.
Let me rephrase the question. How are you surviving under the crippling VAT tax?
I'm doing very well, and so is everybody else, because we actually put that in the price tag. So when you know what a price tag is, right? It's what you pay at the register. That fucked me up when I was in Florida. Like I went and bought something, and it's like, that's not the price tag, man. Like it said it was going to cost this much, but now you're telling me that is like,
oh yeah,
this much. That doesn't make any sense. And they're like, yeah, but it doesn't show tax on it. Why doesn't it show tax on the price tag? Why do I have to be a fucking mathematician, Rain Man, Tom Cruise looking motherfucker just to go out grocery shopping?
Look, if you're not shopping with a graphing calculator, you're not doing it right. Because you're gonna need it.
Obviously.
You need several.
Obviously.
You need an abacus, several nerds from the local community college, and a tax preparer.
Yep.
Yeah, but if I go out and I say I want to buy this thing, and they say, yeah, that would set you back $10, and it's like, yeah, good, and then you go and pay for it. It's like, oh, it's $12.50. I was like, no, we settle. Yeah, we settle on 10.
So Shartan,
It's like,
is there a
no.
tax? Is there a tax on your income being self-employed?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course there is.
Is there also a tax on, let's say, the fuel for your truck?
Of course there is.
Would there be a tax on payroll if you had an employee?
Of course there would.
I will press play now.
We can take that one step further now. We can actually do away with the IRS. Look, nobody likes paying taxes. Certainly the person in Maine who won $1.35 billion, my good friend, by the way, they have become my good friend now. But the person who
become a good friend now.
Shut the fuck up, buddy. You're not funny.
The person who won that money, they're not going to like to have.
Jeez, these bags and crow's feet. I don't mean to body shame the guy, but come on, get some rest, bud.
That's probably a toupee as well.
It's all sprayed on.
Have to pay taxes on it, but given the choice between a consumption tax and between a property tax or an income tax or a payroll tax, people prefer a consumption tax. You can control it then, and that's what the fair tax is.
Bullshit. I call bullshit.
nationwide consumption tax. It's set at 23%. You get a prebate
Oh Jesus!
so that
Yeah.
the essentials
Hold on,
you can
one
afford.
second. So this dude wants a flat 23% across the board, Chartan. You said you pay different percentages based on the kind of service or product?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he wants flat 23 across the board.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's clearly an economist.
So this is not going to.
And shout out to the Bin Podcast favorite economist, the Irish Swede, survived yet another surgery. The man is unkillable.
And we're thinking of you.
Love you, brother.
We are thinking of him and thoughts and prayers and all that good stuff. But hey, feel better soon, man. We miss you.
Yeah, dude.
He's more machine than man now.
He's cyborg Swede.
Yay.
Impact the bottom people, the people below the
Food and
poverty
stuff like that.
rate. Yes, exactly. They'll still be able to get that, but it's good.
But they're gonna pay, baby.
But it's gonna be a lot more.
But you're gonna have to pay. Tim, you're a small business owner, and you serve food to people, like he's just saying. Are you gonna eat that fucking
No.
Are you gonna eat that tax? Or are you gonna tack that onto that sandwich?
No, that's going to be. I mean, we already have sales tax. It's like Chartan said, that's added on to what we. And it's not baked into the price either. So, the minimum I sell a grilled cheese for on the food truck is $7. It's a basic grilled cheese, and then you add sales tax. If there was a 23% national sales tax, that $7 grilled cheese would be $11.
Yeah.
Because Tim's not gonna just eat that $2.50 for you. No,
No.
you're paying that.
And also,
Yeah.
by the way, I didn't think of this earlier because we talked about this once already. That would be added on top of state sales tax.
Yikes.
Going to satisfy the Democrats' proposal and assertion that, oh, the rich people aren't paying their fair share of the tax. Well, they will now. You want to buy a boat, you're going to pay taxes. You don't want to pay the taxes, don't buy the boat.
No.
It's
That
as
boat
sim-
is for business purposes.
No, they don't.
It's
This
as
is
simple
the
as
problem.
that. It's as simple as
Rich
that.
people don't buy their stuff.
What do you mean?
They what they do is they end up they buy it in Cayman Islands. It's they get around taxes so easily, and we saw that with Trump and his taxes, where he's supposedly rich, right? But he doesn't pay anything because he finds a way to go around the system. So it actually is, the wealthier you are, the less you pay in taxes because you know how to go around the system.
Well, and the other part of it is, if you're rich and you live in a mansion, or let's just say you live in a decent sized home, you don't have to go out and buy a couch now because you already have a couch. You don't have to go out and buy a car now. You already have a car. You institute this day as soon as you institute this. If you're not retroactively taxing everybody for the shit that they already have, then if you already have your shit if you already have your chair when the music stops, then you're gonna win musical chairs. But you can't turn it on now when people have to purchase things. Like, people need to, like, me and the wife are buying a home soon. So we're going to have to pay for shit. We're going to have to furnish that home. So now we are punished for filling up, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's nice to have the rules changed once you already have yourself established. Because now I don't have to buy anything else. So let's just put the tax on consumption. So then when all the poor people have to buy shit, they can pay the tax that I don't have to pay.
That's also the thing. It's like normal people, like normal, average, everyday people have to eat. You know, they're the ones that hand the money, right? When you're wealthy, you don't hand people money, right? You have other people handling that. So you don't know exactly how much eggs are right now. Because
$5.
that's not in your
$7.
Oof.
Yeah, ours is about $6 to $7, depending on the size. Whether it's a dozen or a dozen and a half.
We paid
But
$4.59 for our free range eggs, and it was like the last one on the shelf because all the other eggs are gone.
Because they're all gone because they can't get them. So yeah, you're not actually handing money when you have wealth. You have other people handing money. And so you don't know how much this stuff costs. You don't care how much this stuff costs because you have the money to do it. While other people, we have to look at money. We have to look at prices. We have to look at how much we have in our hand versus what we need. And we have to make horrible, horrible decisions about what not to get.
Well, here's the other thing, Brenna. You were talking about Trump's taxes before. Under this law, this bill, there would be no IRS, no tax accountants, no one to hold anyone accountable. As long as you pay the sales tax or exempt it out through your business, it's fine.
And this is exactly what they want. It's not that they don't want the IRS, that they don't want the taxes and stuff. It's that they don't want anybody investigating tax fraud and
Gotta
auditing.
get rid of that IRS, man.
They're getting rid of the police so that they can continue with their crimes, right?
Gotta get rid of these referees.
Yeah, but also, I think there's some truth. I can't remember who said this, but I think there's some truth to it. When you're rich, people give you shit for free, right?
Yep.
You always get the best tables at restaurants. You always, there's a TV show about you renovating your house. So, the network pays for your renovation, but you don't need that money because, you're already fucking rich.
You pay less in interest rates for credit cards if you have more money to pay them.
Yeah,
so credit cards,
sense.
Car loans, house loans, anything that requires interest, if you have more money, you have to pay less interest. So poor people who don't have the money actually pay a whole hell of a lot more than somebody who has money.
It's expensive.
It's a terrible
to be poor.
Nothing is as expensive as being poor, right?
Yep.
It goes for the simplest things. Let's say that you need to buy firewood for heating, or you need to buy, I don't know what you use, probably oil or clean coal or something.
They scrub that coal.
But
Soil and green.
We can't use wind turbines because they cause cancer. So.
And it's killing the birds.
And it's killing the birds.
And they go
piles of birds.
Just stacks of birds underneath the foot of the fucking windmill. Just a big
whale
pile.
Whale oil.
Yeah, maybe. Have we considered whale oil?
But the point is,
sufficient.
If you can buy your entire supply in bulk, right? Your entire winter supply in bulk, you will get that a fuck ton cheaper. And if you have to go and buy it from a gas station whenever you get paid, or you have to buy it at, as soon as you get a little bit of money, you go buy a bag of firewood or whatever you need to get by just over the next days. Living day to day is the most expensive thing that you can do.
Yep.
Yeah, and Chartan's right. A cord of wood is a lot cheaper per pound or whatever weight measurement you want to use than buying like a bundle of wood from the grocery store or something.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you can call to, the grocer, and you can say, hey, I want, this and that much wood, he would probably, instead of him, having to, bag it and sell it to a retail store, he could probably sell it to you for just a fraction of the price. But then you would have to come up with that big lump of money just for that, and that would keep you warm through the winter. So being poor is the most expensive thing there is, right? Mm-hmm. It's insane. So we're always making it harder for poor people. Like the people that can't come up with that big lump of money at the beginning of winter, they're always going to be worse off than those who can.
It's the way Jesus would have wanted.
Yeah. It's Jesus.
Jesus would have wanted people to stay poor because, Jesus was poor, thus everybody else should be poor, unless you have money.
Jesus was
rich.
Also white, apparently. He was the only white guy in the Middle East.
He spoke English.
He was American.
Yes, that too.
He spoke American.
Yeah. The first American.
And we purposely, I think it's probably even worse where you are, but also over here we've rigged the system. So, say, for example, I'm not saying that I've done that because that would be, tax evasion and all that. But say that you own more than one company, right? You could move money between those companies. You could also set up a third company, say for, other purposes, because as I tried to tell you earlier, it's you get, if I spend money on my private consumption, that would be income, so I have to pay income tax on that, right?
Right.
But if I spend the company's money on something company business, that's not income. That's just the company spending money on, say, marketing, right? So you go out to dinner and you bring your girlfriend, fiance, or just a friend, and you go out for dinner. And you say, well, this is, a business dinner.
Right.
And you use a company credit card to pay for it. The tax authority will never go and say, okay, so what did come out of that dinner? Well, it was just with a customer and he didn't want our services. They will never go back and tell you, well, we want your customer registry to, talk to this customer about this dinner. No, they can't do that. So I just got a dinner that I don't have to pay income tax on whatever I paid for that dinner, because if I use my private card, then I would have to credit card, then I would have had to pay, income tax on that just to get the money over to my private account. And then I would also have to pay, and then it wouldn't be deductible in any way, and I would have to pay sales tax on that meal as well.
Okay. We're a little bit in the weeds here. Someone move us forward.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, we're just doing it more and more difficult, and what we're describing is just a world where you're set up to fail. If you're not set up to succeed from the get-go, you're set up to fail. Like, there is no way out.
I think it's a really major mistake and an insult to me.
I thank the gentleman
Got
for you.
him.
But Representative Carter, Buddy
Carter.
He's a pharmacist by trade. Here's what he had to say about marijuana.
Mr. Speaker.
Gentleman for Georgia is recognized for 2 minutes.
Mr. Speaker.
Longest 2 minutes of everybody's life, coming right up.
Mr. Speaker, how is it that we here in Congress, in the face of all the domestic and international crises that we are facing right now, that we're here talking about decriminalizing and descheduling marijuana? Now, we're all going to go home this weekend. And what are our constituents going to be talking about? They're going to be talking about the price of gas.
Gas. I get it.
They're going to be talking about the price of food.
You be needing mad food afterwards, you know what I'm saying?
I'm like, the munchies.
Yeah.
Okay, got
They're
it.
going to be talking about the price that they have to pay to heat their homes.
Light it up, bitches.
Hot box it up.
Hot box that shit.
They're going to turn on the TV. And what?
Fucking Rick and Morty. You already know what time it is. You already know.
That's what you do.
What are they going to see?
Get some fucking Taco Bell and Rick and Morty. Or White Castle's,
God.
Rick and Morty, and some weed. Oh, dude, it's a fucking good
Taco
night.
Bell right now. God.
Fuck yeah.
They're going to see in real time Ukrainians being bombed by Russia.
Shit's mad depressing. Should probably smoke.
Need something to fix that.
Yeah, I need to lift my mood here.
Fleeing for their life. And what are we doing here in Congress?
Making the Fair Tax Act.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no.
Talking
That
about
was the other one.
Yeah.
Marijuana? You got to be kidding me. Mr. Speaker, as you know, I'm a pharmacist.
And
conflict of interest, but okay.
Oh, it gets better.
I know addiction. I know, and I've studied addiction.
Personally?
What's
He knows all about it.
What's your drug of choice? What's your poison there, buddy? You know,
hair growth pills, maybe.
Come on, buddy. You know I needed some more of that stuff, man. Hook me up, buddy. You know, always been my friend, buddy.
I can
Buddy.
tell you,
What a
marijuana
friend.
is nothing more than a gateway drug.
Yes, you smoke weed and then you start popping the pills that he sells.
Yeah, actually, I think he prefers just popping the pills that he sells.
So cut out
That's
the
the
fuck.
problem.
Get rid of this damn middleman. Bring them
Right.
straight to me.
Just- Why do we need to gateway them? Just open up the gate.
Just let them
Like,
purchase
tear down the
Xanax.
gate. Tear down the gate. No
Br-
more gate.
Bring down that wall.
It leads to
Gordon.
other, harder drugs.
Like
Don't
oxycodone.
try to justify this by saying, "Oh, alcohol's a drug and it's legalized." That's not what we do.
What?
Wait,
What?
wait. Yes. Literally, yes. It's in the Constitution.
It's literally
They
what we
actually
do.
they actually tried to regulate it, and then everybody hated it. They figured this is too much work.
It's literally what we do, buddy.
Yeah.
Literally what. And you know what? I think that might be worthy of a clip.
That's not what we do.
Yeah.
Yes, do
I
it.
think I need to save Buddy's little. Okay, I'll remember that.
That makes no sense whatsoever. Mr. Speaker, we had a hearing in the Energy and Commerce Committee. We had
Energy and commerce. Now keep that in mind.
10 parents before us whose children had died due to opioid.
They were at the wrong meeting.
That is not appropriate sample size for the population. 10 people is not. It's
Yeah.
outside. It's outside the standard error. Like it's not right.
There's only 100 people in the Earth, so.
Well, I'm just saying it's not. His findings are not statistically significant.
I don't think he found them.
Or true.
Or true. Yeah.
Not 8 out of 10, not 9 out of 10, but 10 out of 10 of those parents said they smoked marijuana.
That is not even a sample size. If you could probably find 10 parents whose children died of an overdose, that's not. You're literally looking for that. You're going to get 10 out of 10 every single time you look for that.
I bet all of them drink energy drinks too. Ban those two. They probably all wore shoes. Get rid of shoes.
It kind of sounds like he said 10 out of 10 parents approve of marijuana. Like that's, if you take that clip out of context.
I think that's great.
Parents said they smoked marijuana to begin with. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
It is a gateway drug that leads to harder drugs. This is not a Republican-Democrat situation here. This is an American problem. You know that we had 100,000 Americans die of overdose last year. Mr. Speaker, this is misguided. This is wrong. This is not what we should
Gentlemen's
be discussing.
time is expired.
Tim, do you remember off the top of your head how much money he got from Big Pharma?
Combined about $500,000 last election.
Suspicious.
He got how much from what now?
$500,000 from like the.
That's $500,000 right there.
From various pharmaceutical lobbyists.
Yet he's up there like, weed is a gateway drug to the shit that I sell behind my counter.
All right, Vicodin's a gateway drug.
Oh my God. I told the story
Literally,
yesterday.
that's
Like,
actually how people start with opioids, is that they get their little prescription, and then they just enjoy it too much.
it is hard to. It is a good feeling to be on prescription pain pills because they work real good, and if you ain't got no pain, you feel real good.
Yeah.
And then they just write you an infinite script, like, and it's funny because now they're very guarded with giving out opioids now. It's like, but they weren't when I was in my 20s, but they weren't when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And guess what happened to my friends who got hooked on the same shit that I was hooked on? A lot of them are here. Dear friends of mine, Dan and Erica, Erica's brother OD'd. He was like super early on that wave of like fentanyl and stuff like that. This was 7 or 8 years ago. But now it's a problem. Now though, it's like, dude, you know what you're selling. You know these things are habit forming. You know they're mad addictive. Like
they know they're told that they're addicted. They're very addicted substances.
But hey, he's got a check.
But it makes them money, and that's what happens.
And I'm just saying, if you want to make money off of like repeat customers, you probably shouldn't kill them.
But you need to get them addicted, but you only need to get them addicted enough so that they keep coming back.
I'm not advocating for cigarettes, but they don't kill you after fucking 3 doses. You don't die from 3 cigarettes. At least they draw it out. These opioids are strong. Fentanyl is 1,000 times stronger or 100 times stronger than fucking morphine.
Well, fentanyl is the next step after you can't get your opiates. You have to go to the fentanyl, and then that's where the serious ODs have been happening.
And notice how many ODs he pulled up from people ODing on weed. Because you can't.
Yeah, it was 10, right? It was 10.
The 10 parents.
They just started on weed, and then they got to the harder stuff.
Started on weed. That's not what we do.
But over here, there's talk about how America botched the whole legalizing weed thing. Comments on that?
What do you mean we botched it?
We
haven't done it yet, so how can we botch it?
We made it. We created the idea that marijuana was a Schedule I drug, which makes it incredibly hard to do anything. We can't even do research on it.
Nope, you can't have it.
We can't possess it on a federal level. We can't do research on it unless you have a very, very, very specific contract. And I think only 2 universities in the entire United States can actually research marijuana, and it's so limited.
Shartan, I think to answer your question, the short answer is yes, and the long answer is probably not. The short answer being yes, it is not legalized nationally. There are some states that have legalized it, but
decriminal, I think, is.
Well, no,
I think
legalized
it.
No, you can buy pot in Connecticut legally.
We can too, but we're limited. We still have to.
Here's the long answer part.
We can't go in an airplane.
Yeah, here's the long answer part. Federally, it is illegal. However, certain states have made it legal, and there's a very complicated relationship between the federal government and the states on whether or not they can actually sell, whether or not they can be taxed, whether or not there can actually be legal businesses.
And I think because of that, you can't really.
My wife said illegal income is still taxable.
Yeah, actually, it is.
Ain't that about a bitch?
Have you gotten any of your income through illegal means? Yes.
How much?
My wife said the mafia still has to claim all their income.
Damn, even the mob has to deal. You know, maybe this guy's right about the IRS. Maybe he's onto something. Speaking of onto something, I don't know what this guy was on, but I'll let you guys guess what it was.
House candidate in New Mexico is under arrest. Police say that he orchestrated 4 targeted drive-by shootings against Democratic state officials. ABC's Nguyen has more from Washington.
Police in New Mexico say a
Damn, son.
former Republican candidate for the state house there has been arrested for allegedly arranging a series of drive-by shootings targeting the homes of 4 Democratic state officials.
I don't know what the fuck 2023 is. This is like the fucking junk drawer of years. Like all kinds of random shit is happening.
It's only day 19.
Holy shit.
We're at the end of it.
I believe that he is the mastermind that was behind this.
Albuquerque police accused 39-year-old Solomon Pena, who lost his race in November, conspired with and paid 4 men to carry out the reign of terror at the homes of Democratic officials beginning on December 4th.
He's an election denier, and he doesn't want to accept the results of the election.
Mikey, how much did he lose his election by? Like, are we talking like 2-3%, 500 votes?
52%.
Oh.
He lost 76 to 24.
Huh.
And he said the election was rigged. He didn't.
Ed must have been. And also, nice desecrated flag back there, you fucking piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Ignoring the flag code.
The flag code means
What
things, damn it.
code? What code?
Detectives claim Pena, a staunch Trump supporter who served 7 years.
Trump, that's who said it. That's the election guy.
In jail for burglaries.
The flag makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Sent text messages with the addresses of the homes of the 2 Democratic legislators and 2 county commissioners he wanted his alleged accomplices to target.
So let me tell you something real quick. And also, this lady looks fabulous.
Love the pearls. Love the pearls.
I don't know how many times we have to help criminals here. I don't know if that's what this show has turned into. We already talked about the Swedish guys who didn't know how to protest properly. They were shitty. The shitty rioters. He ghost rode somebody else's bike into a stationary cop van.
Reinforced cop van.
Yeah, fucking small tank with its rubber wheels.
He also picked up a rock that was too heavy for him to toss and tried to toss it.
Oh my
so
God.
his
He almost
friend
threw his
tried
back
to help him,
out.
and they almost lost it on their feet. It was absolutely hilarious, by the way. Yeah.
So again, we don't want to help criminals here. Can you stop using your fucking real cell phone with the number that you've had since 89? Like, if you keep leaving breadcrumbs for the investigators, you're going to keep getting caught. You didn't even, like, Better Call Saul taught us the beauty of burners. You gotta have burners for shit like this, and they just don't listen.
Also, some things are better in person. Like, some things should be in a text. Like, you shouldn't write everything down. Maybe sometimes, it should have been a phone call or, actual in-person conversation. I always laugh when, that whole Encro fucking thing happened. I was like, how the fuck stupid you have to be to write this shit down?
I don't know why these people are such bad criminals, but there it is. So, PSA.
There's no paper trail for in-person meetings. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
State Senator Linda Lopez saying bullets pierced the bedroom of her 10-year-old daughter, the young girl waking up to gunfire after parts of the ceiling fell on her. Bernalillo County Commissioner Adrian...
What the fuck? You lost your election by a bazillion percent. Why are you shooting into little kids' rooms?
Yeah.
It's a little fucking kid. She's 10. She didn't vote for her mom. Like, what are you mad at her for? She didn't even vote. She's not old enough.
No, see, that's what they want you to think.
Yeah, they think that the kids voted. That's what happened.
That's what they want you to think, that the kids don't vote.
That kid voted 10 times.
Barboa on social media saying, "It was terrifying. My house had 4 shots through the front door and windows where just hours before my grandbaby and I were playing."
On the last shooting, we now have evidence too that Pena himself went on this shooting and actually
somebody
pulled the
please
trigger
think of the
on at
children?
least one of the firearms that
I need that on the soundboard.
was used.
Police also allege
Mrs. Lovejoy. Well, someone please think of the children.
the alleged shooter he was with fired more than a dozen rounds. No one was injured in any of the shootings. Investigators say
that's luck.
Oh my God.
gathered cell phone records, firearms, surveillance footage, and witnesses inside and outside the conspiracy.
So
they're watching you all the time. How do you guys not figure this thing out? There are surveillance videos. Everybody has a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has cell phones.
ATMs.
Everything has surveillance on it.
Red light cameras.
yeah.
Teslas.
Everybody's
Teslas.
complaining about, when you watch a James Bond movie, everybody's complaining about all the unrealistic tech in those movies. The most unrealistic thing in a James Bond movie is smart villains. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, these must be the worst Bond villains in the history of the fucking world. Like, it's not even a 3-hour movie. It's just like, yeah, he did it. Yes, he did. How do you know? He wrote it the fuck down.
Here's the cell phone text messages that say, shoot this person, here's the address. Here's the surveillance video of them actually pulling out a gun in front of them. Like, there's no trial here.
He was on stream cleaning his pistol.
And also, here's one of the guys that he hired to do it.
He's got TikToks of him cleaning the pistol and like,
oh my
and then he's like tagging his friends. Can't wait to see you tonight.
Yeah.
Dumb.
At this address.
Yeah.
It says that
here's my geotag of it.
It says they had witnesses inside and outside the conspiracy, which means one of the dudes that he paid flipped on him immediately.
Almost immediately.
Oh yeah. Well,
as quick as he could.
Yeah.
He tried to go as fast as he could, but it wasn't as fast as he wanted. But yeah, he snitched.
Yeah.
I'd snitch too. Fuck this guy. Fucking loser.
I'm not going to jail for this guy.
Don't always agree with our
For this
elected
loser.
officials,
Fucking
but that
loser.
should never, ever lead to violence.
While the investigation remains ongoing, detectives say Pena is expected to be charged with several state crimes in connection to the shootings. Pena could not be immediately contacted for comment. Emwin.
I wonder why.
That's because he's in jail.
Jail.
Yeah, right.
Did you look in the jail? He might be over there.
You have a call from local penitentiary to accept the charge.
Speaking of cops in jail, I can't even think of anything. I'll just press play.
Time for Didn't See This Coming.
We're getting a little messy here, but I love it.
One Tennessee Police Department has gone viral for being some very naughty cops, darling. Apparently, a married female officer allegedly had sexual affairs with 6 male officers, including illicit on-duty liaisons, sending nudes, and even having a threesome with another co-worker and his wife. Woo!
At the same time.
Jeez. What did you say in your job interview?
She didn't say anything. She went, well.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
No.
I'm sorry, and that I have made mistakes.
Get back the hair.
She was a busy young lady, and the internet is all mad because she's being memed to death. They are memeing the shit out of her. And a lot of people are upset that they're picking on the girl because she's a girl, but they didn't say anything about they're not making memes about the guys. Because it's less funny.
Yeah, but also it's like, it's no secret that, police officers have taken, advantage of their position to get certain services, allegedly. But in the past, and fuck it. It's just
Just not on duty. Like, just not while you're on duty.
Oh,
That's
no,
the
they were
only
getting
thing.
down.
Like,
They were getting down on duty.
Yeah, they were working.
Just outside. As long as it's outside, do whatever you want. You have the right to your own.
It was probably
body.
outside at some point.
Oh, several times outside.
what was outside?
Outside, inside, every side.
They were doing police work.
Oh yeah. They're really
Some
grinding the
of us
beat.
get
A very thorough investigation.
Apparently 3 at a time.
Jeez.
They had to call. They had to call for reinforcements.
Right, you need to back up. I need another officer over here.
Also, I'm like,
I guarantee that was part of the sex play.
Oh yeah. There was handcuffs
Ooh.
involved.
You had to call him on the radio, right?
It's like maybe they were
Code 69.
We got a 69 in progress.
That's just
Can we
wrong.
have
That's
a
just
mop
wrong.
up? Can we have a mop up in aisle 4, please?
Just all the bad porn lines.
Yeah, the worst ones.
But yeah, everybody's memeing her, and then everyone's trying to defend her because in her sanctity, and she's allowed to do these things. And how dare? Let me tell you something, everybody who's defending this young lady. She don't need your defense. You don't need to protect her. No one's slut shaming her. We're laughing because they got caught for fucking at work. And the sheer number of people that were down for the get down is why this is funny. She's not an angel. She's a fucking cop. Like, you guys hated cops up until a girl got picked on and made memes of. And now it's, oh, you can't just say. I don't care what her job was. Her job was not to fuck everybody that she worked with. I'm going to make fun of that, and I'm going to laugh at that.
Dude, it's like, it would almost be as funny as if this happened, you know, at a, I don't know, family restaurant, and you found out like everybody was in the kitchen, like fucking all of the time, and everybody
Literally.
fucked everybody.
Yeah, like they're literally fucking between courses of dinner. Like, that's crazy. That is buck wild.
Yeah, and as you said, like, I'm not slut shaming her. It's just, it's funny.
Dude, you can't fuck everybody you work with. Not all of them. Not 2 or 3 at a time. No, you got to get the memes.
But was the wifey also a cop?
No. The husband was a cop, and then he took her home to wifey, and the 3 of them had fun.
Oh, they were unicorn hunters.
Now, as to be expected, these wild sex escapades has left the officer without a job. And a few of her accomplices
She's been given some jobs.
were either suspended or fired as well.
Ooh.
What do y'all think about
Apparently
this?
she's a part of the gang unit. Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
She's still walking the beat, just in a different capacity.
Damn.
Yo, I was gonna say she was taking that serve part a little seriously to protect and serve. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what happened to officers just eating donuts? They out there dying.
They eat more than donuts, okay?
They had the chocolate glazed one.
Still doing that.
Apparently a donut fell in somebody's lap.
I can't imagine walking in somewhere and you sleeping with 6 people that's in there.
Come on,
right?
Example, I mean, it's easier to sleep that's closer to you. They say you eat where you and that's what she's doing.
Have y'all ever had sexual relations with y'all coworkers?
Anyway, no. Well, yes, and it's a bad idea. Never do it. It's never worth it. It never works. Someone has to leave, and honestly, the sex isn't worth it. It's not even worth it because you're gonna be thinking about that the whole time. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I married my coworker. That went super well. Oh no, I'm divorced now. Yeah.
It never works. We have a sad story. I'll just press play.
Breaking news moments ago, prosecutors announcing actor Alec Baldwin will be charged with involuntary manslaughter in connection with the deadly shooting on the set of the movie Rust. That shooting in 2021 in New Mexico killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins.
After an investigation that took more than a year, the armorer on set is also facing charges. The district attorney saying today, quote, "No one is above the law and everyone deserves justice."
Today, Santa Fe prosecutors announcing charges for actor Alec Baldwin and armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed in the deadly 2021 shooting of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the movie set of Rust. Each of them will
do you guys remember this? Hearing about this stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
be charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter, according to a statement by the New Mexico 1st Judicial District Attorney. First Assistant Director David Halls has already agreed to plead guilty for the charge of negligent use of a deadly weapon. The announcement coming after a nearly...
This was happening during, wasn't there a strike, if I remember right, from like the prop union? So the normal prop people were not there. They got these people in, and then this happened.
14-month criminal investigation into Hutchins' death. The tragic events unfolding at the Bonanza Creek Ranch on October 21st of 2021 during rehearsal for the low-budget Western. Baldwin was using a gun which fired off a live bullet, killing Hutchins and wounding director Joe Souza.
We need some help. Our director and our camerawoman has been shot.
In a December 2021 interview with George Stephanopoulos, Baldwin said he was told the gun had blanks.
Someone put a live bullet in a gun, a bullet that wasn't even supposed to be on the property.
Baldwin insisted that...
Yeah, why do you have ammo?
Yeah, why is there ammo on a movie set?
We don't need ammo because we're not going to shoot any live rounds around people that we want to stay here. Like,
yeah, get a rubber gun and put some muzzle flash in Photoshop.
In post. You just do it in post. Everyone's been doing that for ages. What the hell are you doing?
Get some squibs, you know.
Most actors most like big name actors won't even wear a squib pack because even that's dangerous. Just do it in post. It's 2023. Just do it on the fucking computer.
Yeah.
What are you putting bullets in a gun for?
that he did not pull the trigger.
It wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled.
Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger.
So you never pulled the trigger?
No. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them. Never.
But the FBI released a report last August
But how
concluding
did
the
the
gun
gun
used on
fire?
set when
Hmm.
fully cocked could not have fired without pulling the trigger, while the working internal components were intact and functional.
Yeah, that's a revolver. You have to cock it back and then pull the trigger for the gun to go off.
It looked like a double action, so you got to like get it back all the way and then fire it. Yeah.
Baldwin's lawyer at the time said the FBI's findings were misconstrued and that the gun was in poor condition. Today, ABC News' chief legal analyst saying Baldwin's words may come back to bite him.
How that live round got into the gun in the first place, do you think we're going to find out?
We may, in the connection with the criminal charges, but I think that one of the most important things that happened was your interview with him. I think that it was devastating for him that he said he never pulled the trigger, and then an FBI report indicated that is very unlikely.
Not looking good for the boy.
No.
All right. Yeah, but here's the deal, right? Yeah. Guns misfire all the time, right? Malfunctions happen all of the time, even with the best of guns. I don't think that it just fired because you have to pull the hammer back and then pull the trigger. If you try to pull the hammer back and it slipped, the gun might fire without him holding the trigger, right?
Yeah.
The trigger. That can happen. The main issue here is so it's involuntary manslaughter, which means that he caused somebody's death by being reckless. I think that the mistake happened way before he got that gun.
Yeah.
Before somebody gave him that gun. And for me, he's kind of absolved from guilt because he thought that he was handed a safe movie prop.
Right. With blanks.
From a professional.
Right.
And this is supposed to be used in the movie. He doesn't have the expertise. If somebody who claimed to be or is an expert on its field say this is safe for you to use, you can use it as said in the script, right? You can do the actions that you are supposed to do according to this and this. I would trust that person to be a professional and good at their job. I think that it was Alec Baldwin this happened to is just a coincidence.
It could have been anybody.
It could have been anybody, and because I don't feel like he's done anything wrong, he thought he was given a toy, essentially, or a letterpress that is just
paperweight
shaped as a gun. Do you disagree with me?
No. Unfortunately, that's where the involuntary part comes in.
Yeah.
So even if it was an accident, your accident caused the death of another person, there's a charge for that. Like he'll probably get probation or something like that, but that's a crime. Like if my parking brake slips and runs over somebody after I said it, I'm responsible. Even if I just went to the mechanic to have it fixed, My car ran somebody over. My actions led to the death of somebody else. Even if it was an accident that I couldn't control, I did it.
But don't you have like a caveat for malfunctioning hardware?
I don't know. That's
Like,
what the jury will have to decide.
Yeah, yeah, but there should be like a precedent for that. There should be, you know, all right. So yes, this happened, but it happened because there was something malfunctioning. It wouldn't have happened if this thing was malfunction. Who's responsible for the malfunction? All right, that's the person that we should prosecute, not the person who did what they were supposed to do with the tool that they were given.
Yeah.
Assuming it worked as it was supposed to.
Speaking of things working as they're supposed to, this is for you, Wayne.
No.
Wayne's internet.
Oh no.
So stopbigcon.com now exists to begin with.
I think it's a
been a
really
while.
major mistake and an insult
Either
to
this,
me.
What
this has
happened
to stop,
Steven Crowder?
or I'm going to have to stop. Either this, what I'm about to discuss, has to stop, or I don't know. This.
Stop. Somebody's been eating their steroids.
Yeah, well, why does he look like he hasn't showered in a week? What happened to him?
Not only that, it looks like he's wearing one of those Superman suits that the kids have with like the bulging muscles.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Like-
he likes to pretend that he's people.
He's svelte. But I think it's time for
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Oh, but now I gotta know.
It's not that serious, but it's really funny. He's real upset, y'all.
He looks upset.
This may just not be for me anymore. So let me explain. Give me a few minutes of your time because context matters here. I ask that you don't skip ahead.
I will be skipping all over this bitch. Fuck you.
Won't take very long.
It's 27 minutes. We're skipping, dude.
This
It's the
has
first
been a long
time
time
ever that he worries about context, by the way.
Now context is key.
coming. This is a conversation that I've actively avoided, sidestepped, and I've hoped and prayed that it not be necessary behind the scenes for a long while, but that's no longer possible. So,
is he coming out?
If you've watched for the last decade, you know that I've always made it clear that we here at Mug Club are in the business of serving you, the viewer, you watching, listening right now. I've also made it clear that I wouldn't be in the business of attacking other conservatives, regardless.
Oh, who said shit about him? Who said shit about him?
Now it's starting to unravel.
Of disagreements or personal issues. And I've always explained my logic was relatively simple. I believe that the world was better with more voices out there rather than less, regardless of minute differences.
You're hedging a lot of bets, buddy. Come on.
Considering the magnitude of the battle that we are genuinely fighting for our country right now.
But them's the
But
breaks.
for the first time, I have to say that I believe many of those in charge in the right-leaning media are actually at odds with what's best for you, the viewer,
no,
the customer, and more importantly, the country.
What?
I'm shocked.
Coming aware.
I'm shocked.
You can't park this, huh?
So this just in from
why-
Steven Crowder, everybody. I want you guys to hear this. The people running right-wing media may not
Steven
have
Crowder.
they may not have your best interests as a citizen at heart.
Steven Crowder.
This just in. Republicans only care about themselves.
Okay, all right. Who's he beefing with and why? Who's he having a steel cage match with next month?
Oh,
Yeah, seriously.
He hasn't showered, like you said, in weeks. He's unshaven. His beard's not trimmed up. This shirt probably was on top of the pile.
He looks as disheveled as he possibly can without looking like unpresentable for TV.
He doesn't even look. This highlighter is way out of. It's on camera. He's all out of sorts.
We here at Mug Club, we thought that we were all in this together, that we were fighting the media, entertainment, industrial complex. We thought that we were all genuinely taking it to big tech.
Yeah, big tech, suck it.
Big tech. He means YouTube, by the way.
Yeah.
But too many of those in charge of the big conservative platforms are verifiably in bed with them.
Ooh.
He is coming out.
Oh, I got one.
Thrusted his pelvic into me to try to provoke me, try to elicit a reaction.
Big tech is in bed with Big Con.
Big Con, baby.
And also, presumably, a couple of police officers.
At least one we know for sure.
The people you thought, the people I thought were fighting for you, a lot of it has been a Big Con. Now, I'm...
See how he flipped it?
They're becoming self-aware.
The big scam is like the big right wing, see? Bars. Y'all not ready for this.
a little bit behind the scenes about Mr. Crowder over here. A lot of conservatives talk like he doesn't really believe the things he says. He's just doing it for an act to get money. So, yeah, it's probably coming from both sides.
Like that cop.
Specifically avoiding naming names or going after individuals in this video, because I genuinely hope that those I'm addressing, and you know who you are, have a...
He's talking to you, Tim.
He's talking to me?
He's heard you talking shit.
He sounds like he's talking about Tim Pool, not this Tim, different Tim.
All right, come on.
Change of heart. It's never too late to do the right thing. Guys, this is a genuine plea. We can all do better. We can all do better. It doesn't have to be this way. And please, don't make me have to provide receipts. To the others out there who have now been able to verify, have been locked into exploitative contracts.
Why did you print it out when you have a tablet right there?
Props.
Stop.
He has to have Mikey.
He needed props.
This is a right-wing thing that they do. If they don't have a prop, they're not people.
Well, you have a tablet right there.
But they have to hold something.
I can see it.
So I want to know
He
who
can't
it
hold
is
those muscles up by himself.
It's right
and
there
what
on the
those papers
screen.
are. That's all I want to
Also,
know.
we have to move this along because for every second he's on screen, my head burns a little bit more.
So that I have the luxury of not having to sign, which is why I'm doing this. Those are the It's never too late to do the right thing. Guys, this is a genuine plea. We can all do better. We can all do better. It doesn't have to be this way. And please, don't make me have to provide receipts. Now, to the others out there who have now been able to verify, have been locked into exploitative contracts that I have the luxury of not having to sign, which is why I'm doing this. Those of you out there who've been locked into this and you know what I'm talking about, stay tuned. I've got something for you before this video is done. So there are a few points to address.
Now, I don't care about your points. I'm just going to mock you senselessly.
Dude, just fucking say it, man. Stop padding it out so much.
He doesn't want to sign the contract that they're giving him because it's exploitive.
Who? Who's giving him?
You know, them.
Who? But yeah, but who is them? Who's they? Is it
they?
Fucking
the almighty them.
The almighty. Is it Trump? Is he under contract to Trump?
You know, Trump doesn't use contracts.
That's true.
Well, he does, but then he just tears it up. As soon as he flushes it down the toilet as soon as they walk out of the room.
Is it like some big media conglomerate? Like, what is he talking about?
I think it's the Shapiro and the PragerUs. I think the chat is correct. It's those kind of guys, and they're kind of, hey, we're all gonna join. We're all gonna join forces over here. Why don't you join us? Because you know,
the Daily Wire.
Because you know you don't want to go against us, man. So why don't you just hop on board the team, and it'll be fine.
He's like, oh, this is exploitative. This is gonna take my buddies away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stupid caps lock.
You made too much noise, and now they're going to have to shut you up, Crowder.
Oh my God.
Because this is how the right wing works. You made too much noise. You thought they
It
were
is-
you thought they were friends of yours, didn't you?
He is beefing with Shapiro. Oh my God.
Crowder doesn't think he has friends. He can't be that deluded.
Well, he's about to
Did you
find
watch
out.
the whole video? Does he give specifics?
No, I'm not watching this whole thing. Absolutely
Okay,
not.
so the Daily Wire, or Ben Shapiro as the
Mhm.
head editor or whatever of the Daily Wire, offered
He's
him a
the biggest boy.
$50 million contract that Crowder in this video says is slavery.
I'm really struggling to try to figure out something that I wouldn't do for $50 million, and I'm struggling here. Like,
I do that cop for $50 million.
No, I'll fucking sell my soul to whatever. Like, if I had to
Name
be a
them.
racist for like 2 years, like for $50 million, I'll fucking shave my head and tattoo a fucking swastika on the back of my fucking head.
I'll
Like,
get it removed
Jesus.
with the 50 million, like 2 of the 50 million later.
Yeah, $2 million to remove a tattoo. Are you insane? I'll have the most epic fucking head tattoo by the end of it.
Right.
You would have no fucking idea. Like, I would go out there and I was like, yeah, dude, like, I'm gonna donate half of this to all the people that I've been talking shit about for the last 2 years. Here you go. I'm taking my 25 million and I'm moving with, Graham to his fucking island. I'm done.
Scouser Ginger Island. Yes.
Yes.
Old Gingy.
I don't even need a fucking mansion. I'm just gonna move out to that island and have weekly supplies and fuck all of you guys.
Yeah, he said that. So he says in this video that $50 million offer was actually a form of slavery, and he was bravely speaking out in the name of human rights, and that the offer was immoral, and that they would seize control of his show. Listen, $50 million, you can have whatever you want. Just take it. Give me the money.
Take my shit.
And it's not slavery. It's not like Steven fucking Crowder has a reputation to protect either.
Yeah, he wouldn't want to be seen with Ben Shapiro.
Who, by the way, until this moment, they were kind of friends.
Not anymore. Not after this.
I think it's a really major mistake and an insult to me.
Do you have Gardner's, Brenna? Okay. Because oh, she hasn't chimed in on this. That's impossible. This is too good.
God damn.
So he's big boy upset now.
Yeah, he's disheveled upset.
Let's see. When did this come out? 2 days ago. It's got 1 million views already.
Oh my God.
Who fucking who? That's all I have to say.
It trust the right wingers to bring up slavery in the most first world problems situation possible. They offered me $50 million. This is slavery. Bitch, do you know, have you even looked up slavery? Or are you just going from some nebulous concept that you heard on the internet? Like, go look at some pictures of slavery, and then you go look at a stack of $50 million, and you tell me they're the same. I promise you won't. Just look up some fucking plantation pictures.
I think.
And then look at a picture of $50 million.
I think his big gripe in here is that Ben Shapiro wanted to control his social media accounts. They wanted to penalize him for missing shows and demonetize him, or penalize him from being demonetized. So they want to, have him have a work ethic.
Yeah. Yeah, we can be. You can join our network, but you're gonna have to follow the rules. Slavery.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
I mean, if one of you guys decided to go live and just stream a Disney movie, I would have to step in and stop you from streaming Coco on our Twitch feed. That's not me oppressing you. You have to show up for the shows that you're scheduled for. Slavery. We're gonna pay you $50 million. Slavery. You can't keep getting demonetized, slavery. What are you talking about, guy? What are you talking about? All right, you know what? Fuck it. Shapiro, send the invite our way. We'll do it.
Yeah, $50 million. I'll say whatever he wants me to say.
50. We'll be back in 5 years, and we're gonna recant everything. But this is
Yep.
gonna be. We're gonna ride this gravy train as long as we can.
Best $50 million ever.
Work for Diamond and Silk until it didn't.
No, but this is like the thing. Like, I wouldn't have any issues, but sitting there and saying like it's like slavery. It's like I'm starting to think that maybe Steven Crowder is, dyslexic or something. He can't read.
Illiterate.
So he just, I don't know. Did he read the contract backwards or something? Thought they were going to give him like, a cent. I don't know. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's fucking $50 million.
Yeah. And he's insulted by Shapiro wanting creative control. And maybe the $15 he thinks is too little for Steven Crowder's brand.
Well, it's weird. It's almost like there's this thing called like negotiation where
Right.
When they offer you 50 million, you say, how about 150? And then they say, how about 75? Like, that's how that conversation goes. You don't usually just storm out of the room with the piece of paper and then go to, I'm going to fucking, you wait till I get in front of this camera. I'm going to name names.
Also, we have to talk about how crazy that is, because I read a fucking article that Mr. Beast got offered $1 billion, $1 billion, for
his YouTube,
for all of his account, and he would still be on it and get paid.
Yeah, he said no.
He said no.
Yep.
But that sort of makes sense, because I looked at his main channel, and he has about, I don't know, like 1 trillion views.
Yeah.
Right?
I can check. What is
on
it?
all of his.
Social Blade. Social Blade will give you all of the analytics that you desire. Mr. Beast. Holy shit.
Damn.
So how many views does his main channel have?
I'm gonna put this on screen. Holy shit.
That is ridiculous.
Get out of here, ad. Jesus fuck. Get out of here.
I can't see it, and I can't bother to lean forward.
He has 128 million subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's see. Million, billion. He has 21 trillion views.
Oh my God.
733 uploads. On TikTok, he has 275 uploads, and he has 70 million followers.
Yeah. So look at this. Look at this.
Oh wait,
right?
is that billion?
No, that's
no,
million.
That's million. I'm tripping.
So the deal is, right, you pay about, I don't know, like $5 million for a 30-second spot on the Super Bowl.
Right.
And the Super Bowl gets about 100 million viewers worldwide. So his appreciation of 1 billion, if you think that he has an average of how many videos he has, like 733 uploads, 21 billion views. No, other way.
Oh yeah, backwards. 21, 5, 4, 9, 1, 2, 8, 7, 8, 5 divided by 733.
733.
He has an average of 30 million views.
30 million views on an average, right? So basically, one of his videos, if we go on the Super Bowl, right, that has 100 million, and 30 seconds is about 5 million. So one third of that, 1/3 of 5 million, which is about 1.333 million dollars, is what each one of his videos is worth. But if he's if we take that 5 million,
Jeez.
if we're taking that 5 million appreciation to this, right? 22 billion fucking views. He was right not to sell it for 1 billion, right?
Yeah.
He should have gotten like hundreds times that, maybe 10, 15 times that, for the appreciation to actually be what he's worth and what the exposure is. And that's only for one commercial during one of his videos, right? He could charge probably $1 million for somebody to be featured in his videos.
Have you seen
Mikey.
these children? Look at
Mikey,
these
You're just
children.
gonna make yourself sad. You're just
Look
gonna
at
make
these
yourself sad.
children.
Yeah.
Look at these children.
You're just gonna make yourself sad.
Estimated
Yeah, I
monthly
don't wanna.
earnings from these children is $725K to $11 million a month.
Just makes you wonder.
What the ever-loving shit fuck?
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe Steven Crowder is worth more than 50 million, right?
Yowzers. Oh yeah, let's see Crowder's. Well,
Louder
B
with
plus.
Crowder. B plus. Damn.
You're no Mr. Beast, that's for sure.
You're no Mr. Beast.
So he's
Yeah,
ranked for subscriber rank 707th. His social
Videos
blade.
view rank, he's not even in the top 5. He's in the top 5,000, but barely.
His earnings are what, 50K a month?
Yeah.
I mean, he earns less than $1 million a year. So 50 million is a lifestyle change for him.
Yes. He ain't
No,
Mr.
no,
Beast.
no. Tim, I'm sorry. It's slavery.
Yeah. Him getting 100 times more money than he's currently earning is slavery.
Yeah, and it's not like he has to do this at the pace that he's going, and I think that he's peaked out on his following count. I don't think that a lot more people are gonna start to follow him.
Yeah.
I think that he's I think
He's at almost 6 mil.
Yeah, he capped it. Like he's there. So basically, he has to work 50 years for that 50 million. So if he wants to keep on doing the same thing for the next 50 years, yeah, have at it, mate. But come on, take the 50 mil, do whatever Shapiro says, and sit the fuck down.
He's too good for it. He's got principles, okay, and a pistol.
Yeah, slavery.
Suddenly
All
he has
slavery.
principles.
It's all slavery.
I think Wayne has something to weigh in. I think that we should mute Wayne so he can't speak about this, because I know he really wants to, and it's just going to freak him the fuck out if he can't say anything.
His boyfriend's on the screen and he can't say anything.
Yeah.
How fucking rude.
Let's just go here.
How are we?
What have you to say, Mr. Wayne?
I'm saying, like, from day one, as soon as I saw this, I was like, that's Ben Shapiro absolutely dogging him, because he got sacked from what was it, The Blaze, just after Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been whoring himself out there ever since, and Ben Shapiro has apparently got right wing and capitalist principles, like our friend Tim here, and he.
Wow! Shout at Tim.
Wayne, you're breaking up. I can't.
Sorry. Must be the language barrier, Jartan. So just like you.
All right, go on. Finish your point. I got your full screen here.
Yeah. So basically, he got sacked from the Blaze, and he's whoring himself out because his mug club does not provide enough content, enough capital for him to sustain his business model at all. So he's basically whored himself out, and he's seen the contract that, let's face it, is definitely Ben Shapiro has given him. And Ben Shapiro's a little bit too Jewy for him, especially with his audience. And I think he's trying to drive a wedge in the Conservative front. So, you know, you had like the Proud Boys. Eventually, they sort of turned into wrong-uns, but they were lauded by the alt-right back in the day. And now I think he's trying to do the same for his audience with Ben Shapiro. And I think there's a kind of like a little right-wing...
Ooh, a dust-up.
Civil war. Yeah, little right-wing civil war.
Ooh, all right.
Wayne, who'd win in a cage fight? Who'd win in a cage fight, Shapiro or Crowder?
Well, let's face it.
He's squirrely.
Shapiro would come in with his dreidel in a sock.
Hey. Find a new lane for your joke. Find a new lane for your... Go try another angle. Don't use that angle.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, Crowder would turn up with his cigar and his holster and whatnot. And Shapiro would just turn up with wit and intellect and decimate him.
And the driest... Never mind.
I know.
Crowder
he looks pretty jacked.
No, that's where I was going to go with. And the first point, I thought, oh, well, I can't really say that. He's not going to come with that dry-assed...
freeze-dried snatch.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I wouldn't even say that word because that's a bit uncouth.
Snatch? Snatch is bad. You say cunt like it's hello, but snatch makes you recoil. That's how very British of you, Wayne.
The thing is, we call everyone a cunt. Everyone's a cunt. You're
right,
a cunt.
But how is snatch uncouth, but cunt is perfectly fine?
Right.
Because we call everyone, you silly cunt. You know, but we don't like.
Well, Wayne, from now on, you're a silly snatch.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like
snatch maker.
That's like but this is like the old Bill Burr joke, right? He did this thing about how black people are really good at.
Oh yeah.
Like you put the F word after instead of in front.
Yes.
So it doesn't come off racist, but white people, we put the F word in front of ethnicity, and then it sounds, oh, that's racist, dude.
Yeah, there's a big difference between
I prefer this light's better.
You're walking the streets?
Yeah, he's trying to steal his neighbor's Wi-Fi.
He's out there with a bucket.
I've literally got a bucket of Wi-Fi.
He's got a little
antenna.
A little
he's holding up and
a little wicker basket.
Yeah.
I'm going on everyone's put lockers later. I'm watching any film I want.
And I also want to point out that we are having a chicken crisis here in the States, and we haven't blamed Jartan once for it, and I want to know what's wrong with us.
Mass migration of chickens to the Americans.
I mean, we haven't really kept track of Jartan's exact GPS coordinates. Has he been in the States for months? And is his truck currently full of chickens?
He's got a truck.
I would like to evoke my Fifth Amendment right of
self-incrimination. Okay, so speaking of
Jartan, I would like.
go ahead.
I would like to find in the Swedish and Norwegian constitution where the Fifth Amendment applies.
I think it's a really major mistake and an insult to me.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you?
Can you
Right,
please...
I'm gonna go. I'll speak to you later.
All right, get out of here.
Yeah. It's a part. What Wayne doesn't know is that the Fifth Amendment is a part of the socialist ICE hippie code.
ICE hippies. Speaking of ICE hippies, you were describing your truck before the show, and I did a little math. So I found out. I wanted to know how much kinetic energy is.
Yeah, but you also have to tell them the size of the truck.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna let you do that.
All right, but you have to do the conversions again. So it's 24 meters long, which we said was about what?
40. I forgot that part. Hold on.
Hey, Mikey, my box is all fucked up.
Oh, because Wayne came in here fucking wrecking shit. Hold on.
Came in here.
Came
Messing
in
up
like
my
a
box.
wrecking ball.
Brandon's box is fine.
Well, now it is.
Yeah.
You kept turning your camera off, messing up Brenna's box.
Wayne, you're a snatch.
Snatch maker. The snatch maker. This one? No, this one. But go on. The truck is
24 meters long.
yeah. That part's not super critical to the rest of the story. So just go ahead and list that stuff.
And it's also 64 metric tons heavy when fully loaded.
How much is that in regular weight?
A lot.
About
Minis.
140,000 pounds or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's hauling weight over there.
Yeah, and I figured out that this would be like you had 4 saloon cars in length, driving bumper to bumper up, but on top of those 4 saloon cars, they would each have 6 more cars on top of them. So there would be a stable of 7 cars, 4 car lengths, driving at about 52 miles per hour down the highway. And people think it's a good idea to just toss their, little Toyota in front of it, which, kind of pisses me off at times.
So I wanted to know how much kinetic energy does that enormous truck have? So I found the formula for kinetic energy, and it's KE equals 0.5 times mass times volume squared. And that'll give you your answer in joules. So your truck at speed has 80,000 or 80 million joules of energy.
I believe it would be like, did you guys ever see the video of they tested, I don't know, it was like a fighter jet. They flew it into a concrete wall that was like yay thick.
Uh-huh.
And the plane just disintegrated on impact.
Yes.
And the wall was unharmed. I feel like it's kind of like that. Like if one of those tiny little Toyotas hits Chartan's truck, the Toyota would just burst into confetti.
Yeah, no, but there is actually a part of our safety education when we get our truck license. We actually had this, and if we were a car about 2 tons, which is 6,000 pounds, hit me right in the front, and we collided at 50 miles per hour, he would go from, a dead stop, and I would only lose about 4 miles per hour. So when I hit him, I would be doing 52, and when I would keep on going in 48 miles per hour after the impact, and he would go from 50 to minus 48 in a split of a second.
So just for joules, a bullet has 2,000 joules worth of energy.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
So
You're
standing
at-
in front of my
you're
truck
at
would be like
80
standing
million.
in front of so that would be standing in front of 40,000 bullets. Just standing in front of my truck doing 52
Yes.
would be like you standing in front of 40,000 bullets. Why do people toss their fucking Toyotas in front of a truck? Like, how fucking mental do you have to be?
Oh, here we go.
I don't know. I get that kind of stuff with the food truck too. Like people do not care about the food truck, and it has signs on it that says it will explode if you hit it.
hmm But guys, I have to get up super fucking early. I have to jump off. I have to go to bed. I love you. Take care, and thank you for that totally useless piece of information, Mikey. I love that shit.
Oh, wait, hold on here. An explosion of 1 ton of TNT releases approximately 4.2 times 10 to the 12. Is that millions?
That would be trillions.
Trillions.
Yeah.
So you're at 1/10 of TNT. Well, you're at 100. Well, it says 1 ton of TNT releases that much. So you're
about
so you're at
about 100 kilos.
yeah. So you're at you got about 100 kilos of TNT when you're going at about 50.
Yep.
There we go. We found out the explosion energy of your truck when it's fully loaded and moving down the highway. Because
I really fucking hope I never fucking find that.
That's why a lot of the bunker busting bombs and stuff like that, they don't even have explosives. They're just heavy.
No, they're just kinetic. They're just kinetic rounds.
Yeah, they can drop like the rods from heaven.
The only time I've ever seen the actual impact of what it would look like was when I was called up in the middle of the night and my colleague had hit a reindeer and he said, "Can you come pick me up? I can't drive anymore."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll come pick you up." And I came there and the truck hit a reindeer. He had stepped on the brake, so he wasn't doing 50 anymore when he hit it, but barely. It takes a bit of time to stop 80 million joules moving. The entire front of the truck was like somebody just poured a bucket of
red paint
on it, and
oh god,
you could almost see like a cartoon impression of
where the reindeer was,
of the reindeer in the grill. Like it was like it was almost supposed to be intact, but it wasn't. It just fucking exploded, and it was just it was just fucking horrible to see. And if that was a person, like there would be nothing left to identify that.
Jeez,
nothing.
Which goes to show you, the person who has the right of way is always and will remain always the bigger person.
Well, the bigger truck.
Whatever's larger equals right of way.
Yes. All right, guys. I'm jumping off.
What do you remember that?
Oh, there he is. Oh, and now he's gone. Okay.
He left. He left us.
He left us. I need to get that
So,
too.
Mikey, I'm thinking Speaking from the Center next week, we just do a big Steven Crowder episode.
Okay.
Because I've been wanting to talk about this lunatic for a while, and this is the perfect time.
I want to be there for that because I do watch a lot of his content.
Because you love him.
Mikey's.
Wayne, stop that. Don't watch his content. You're just like Dutch.
No, I watch it just because I want to see what the crazies are talking about.
That's what Dutch says, but he like secretly loves that Matt Walsh guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hate watching is still watching.
Word.
You're still giving him views. Stop.
No, because I watch him through third parties. I watch him through like people clipping him.
It's still part of the algorithm.
Right.
His name is still named.
Also, his nonsense is still getting into your brain.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Erosion, a little drip of water over time, man. That's all it takes.
Soon, Wayne's gonna start wearing like gun holsters and smoking cigars and talking about how much he doesn't like ethnic minorities.
Well, don't get him started.
Well, that's a European thing, though.
I'm sitting here like some fucking hobo Jedi right now. All right, so don't even fucking come at me with that shit.
I know old Ben. Ben is me.
That's me.
Me.
You know what? That's exactly how Florence talks right now. She's like, "Dad, that's me."
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, Daddy. Daddy.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello,
Dad.
Oh, it's funny. I picked her up from school the other day, and you know the little window, the lower window in the door. She like crawls up to it and looks and goes, "It's my daddy. It's my daddy." And she starts banging the door, and then she comes out of the door when they let her out, and she just literally runs around in circles around my legs.
No.
I'm like, okay.
I guess I'll take this one.
Yeah. This is
wow.
Like that.
I guess this is mine. I guess I don't know.
Real quick before we run out of here, North Dakota Republican floats fining transgender people $1,500 if they use wrong pronouns. And friend of the show, Steve Cox, did he ever come onto the show? I think it's right in his kid's nap time or something like that. So I don't know if we've had him on.
No, I don't believe so.
Small government conservatives be like, we want to fine you for saying words. It's always funny that the people who want the smallest, most unintrusive parts of government are always finding a way to put the screws to people that they don't like using the government.
Yeah.
It's like, stay out of my personal life, but women, your bodies, you don't control them at all.
We'll keep that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can we?
Children.
Can we?
No.
Can we at some point do when my internets are back, do a bonus show on the fact that someone has been cancelled? Meanwhile,
Yep.
massively cancelled.
Who canceled?
Who got canceled?
Clarkson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For what?
For his column that he wrote about Meghan Markle.
They only have one. They're all honing in on one person to piss on, and it's Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
Man,
If you have to do that, it's like an initiation or something.
What did Meghan Markle do? All she did was like 5 seasons of Suits, and then she married. Yeah. It's just.
Let this be a lesson to you.
She also did that Deal or No Deal. So you know what,
Yeah.
Tim? Give her some credit. She had to stand there with a suitcase with a number in it. I want to see you do that.
I can do that.
Vanna White this shit.
I'll do it in a dress.
Ooh.
That's joined her. I believe that's legally binding now. He said it on the internet.
Listen, if you get me on Deal or No Deal, I'll do it in a dress. How about that?
Let's
Does
see
that show
here.
even exist in America?
It says here in his column, he called for Meghan Markle to be publicly humiliated in a very clumsy reference to a scene from Game of Thrones. I forgot to get the shame bell.
Oh, yeah.
I need the shame bell. Fuck. He says here, quote, I hate her. Not like I hate Nicola Sturgeon or Rose West. I hate her on a cellular...
Right, okay. For reference, Nicola Sturgeon is the leader of the SNP, the Scottish National Party, and Rose West is the most prolific female serial killer in the country.
Oh, well, that's good. I hate her on a cellular level, he wrote in The Sun. At night, I'm unable to sleep as I lie there grinding my teeth and dreaming of the day when she is made to parade naked through the streets of every town in Britain while the crowds chant shame and throw lumps of excrement at her. Following the backlash, Clarkson issued an apology and tweeted his regret. I have the tweet here. Oh, dear.
Oh, my God. That's the most British tweet I've ever seen.
Oh, dear. I'd rather put my foot in it. Straight out of the Waymaker's mouth. In a column I wrote about Meghan, I made a clumsy reference to a scene in Game of Thrones, and this has gone down badly with a great many people.
Clumsy?
I'm horrified to have caused so much hurt, and I shall be more careful in the future.
Did anyone hear the word sorry in that statement?
No, not really.
I think that all
Keeps him
British
up
people...
all night, Wayne. It keeps him up all night grinding his teeth. I mean, the poor man. She's obviously torturing him.
She's in his head rent free, baby. Rent free. I'm in your brain.
It's a fetish, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's there's like this fetish about these, Meghan Markle in particular, and these other, fairly powerful women are always in these guys' minds, just like destroying them for only because they're like there's some sort of sexual attraction or something that's giving them this
Busted his pelvic into me,
The
try to
non-
provoke me, try to elicit a reaction.
That's exactly what it is. That actually makes sense to me.
Oh, my God. I think that all British people should have to start all their tweets with, oh, dear.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry that I have made mistakes.
Sorry, and that I have made mistakes.
Even Liz Truss said sorry.
Just flat out, just trust.
Them's
I
the
trust
breaks.
it. I trust it.
But them's the breaks.
You can't
Please
park
do
there,
not
sir.
Please do not take our politicians as representatives of our society.
No.
Wayne,
No.
Don't you have a representative democracy?
No, he's been
Not
calling us
really.
little Trumpers for fucking years. So no, it's good for the good for the goose is good for the gander. So no, this is you got to own this one.
But Wayne, they are representative. You voted for them.
We threw you the ball and you took it and you ran the fuck away.
Either way.
You voted for them. They're your representatives.
No, we have a different democracy to you.
I'm sorry. Did you not vote for them?
No.
You didn't vote for them.
Someone
No.
did.
Somebody did.
They don't.
Yeah, we won.
They don't vote for the party leaders. They vote for the people who vote for the party leaders.
Right.
Yeah, we
And that happens to be the party in charge. Just happens to have just terrible leaders. So, I mean, it's not technically Wayne's fault. It's the people who continually just scrape the bottom of the barrel.
This is the difference between. Let me explain the difference between the two.
I don't think we have this much time.
No, we understand the difference. We're making fun of you.
Yeah, we're making fun of you. It's okay.
It's very quick. It'll be very quick. Right. In local government, we vote
60
for
seconds. Go.
Cool. Local government, we vote for the people that are going to make the local policies good for us. In local elections, we vote for the person that is good for us. When it comes to the general election, we tend to pick the party that is going to be good for us. So there's a massive differential between the three different factors.
We know, but we're making fun of you. We know that information and we're ignoring it so that we can make this joke.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the truth.
Yeah, we're doing this intentionally. This is an attack on you.
This is a personal attack on you.
This is a personal attack on Wayne.
Yeah, this is personal.
And we're not sorry.
Damn you for electing the queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never should have voted the queen in. That was the first mistake.
Tim, now you said that online, I would not try and enter the British airspace.
I would never. I'll go to Ireland.
Yeah.
Where I'll be liked for saying those things.
But that's kind of British airspace.
No, it's not. Not the Republic.
Yeah,
but you still have to go over Northern Ireland to get there.
No, I don't.
Look at the flight path.
I could land in Dublin and not have to touch Northern Ireland.
Yeah, don't even have to touch it.
Yeah, but they'll touch you.
I'm just saying.
Disturbing.
They got that cop working over there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that there were a lot of Irish tours where they tore the British apart. They do not like.
They always do. It's the thing is, like we are the pariahs of all of Empire and Europe and Americas. We were bad people. No, not me personally. I'm a fucking sweetheart.
Yes, you.
You.
It's all your fault, Wayne.
Wow.
All right, we're getting out of here. So I'm not going to let anyone start any more stories. We're going to leave and go home. We're going to raid out. Let's see who's online right now. Who is on the internet streaming so that we can send our lovely binsters over to you. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Make sure you hit up the Patreon, follow us on the socials, check out the YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, check out the motherfucking Twitch. Come catch us live one day.
Get yourself a snood. They're amazing.
DJ No Spinna is live. So let's see what she's up to. See you guys.
Bye.